Meta disabled 150,000 ad accounts last month. One policy flag and your accounts go dark overnight. And today in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Claude AI to manage your ad accounts without ever triggering a platform security flag. It is completely free and it takes 5 minutes to set up. So here is what we're going to discuss today. First, we're going to discuss about Claude Cowork for performance marketing. We're going to discuss about how it can go beyond ad copy and brainstorming to the extent to be able to pull real-time data from your ad accounts at any point of time and be able to discuss with it. Number two, we're going to do this step by step together. I'm going to be sharing my screen and you can follow along. Number three, we're going to discuss about how this way is the safest way to connect your ad accounts to any AI, including Claude Cowork. So by the end of this video, you're going to have your Claude Cowork connected to all your ad accounts and your ad accounts are not going to be suspended. Everyone's talking about Claude Cowork right now, and most of what you see online is people using it to write ad copy or brainstorming ideas. That's fine, but this is not what the real power is for performance marketing. The real power is when AI can talk directly to your ad platform, not through screenshots and not through CSV exports, but through live data connection. That's what Claude does differently. It has something called MCP, Model Context Protocol. Think of it as a plugin that lets Claude connect to external tools. And there is a lot of MCPs out there, some for Slack, some for Google Drive, and some for databases. And for ad platforms, the one that I'm using and I like so much is called Markifact. Let me show you how to set the whole thing up. So here is how we can connect the MCP to Claude Cowork so we can actually access Meta ads and Google ads without relying on the Chrome extension. So the first thing that we need to do is basically going to claude.ai/settings/connectors. This is the easiest way to connect Markifact MCP since it is a custom connector. And what we need to do next is to click here, add custom connector, and we call it Markifact. And we'll leave this for now. And for step number two, what we need to do is to create a free new account at Markifact so we can use the MCP. In order to do that, we need to go here. Like I'm going to leave all the links in the description. You're going to sign up and it gives you 200 trial credit for free just by creating the account. The normal process of creating any account, no configuration needed, just click here and you can create an account. But I already have an account. So here is the view from my account. And here what we need to do is basically go through to MCP and click on it. So we have this view. And what we're going to do now is to click new MCP server. And we're going to name it anything like Cowork for Claude Cowork. So now what we're going to do is to copy the MCP endpoint. We don't change anything else, keep everything the same. And hit back to Claude connector and paste the MCP link. Okay, so now you can see it added here, but it's not done yet. You still need to connect it and you click connect. And then you click authorize. Basically right now we are connecting Markifact MCP to Claude Cowork. So now it is connected perfectly fine. Now, very important before we go through and discuss the different use cases is actually to connect the ad accounts to Markifact so we can access them through the Markifact MCP. And here is how we can do that. First, we're going to click here, connections. And as you can see, you can connect to a lot of things related to marketing, from ad accounts to even SEO, to Merchant Center, Shopify. All of this you can connect it directly through Markifact in a very easy and most importantly secure way through the OS. So just to give an example, I don't want to share unneeded customer data, but let's say if I'm going through Pinterest, you just click connect to Pinterest ads and it's gonna take you there. It's very straightforward, but just make sure you connect, for example, Meta ads, Google ads, so you can start basically testing the MCP and what can Claude Code do for you without relying on the browser and how fast it can be. Okay. Here we are. So now we are done the connection integration with the MCP. We connected Markifact custom connector, and also we connected the ad accounts to Markifact. Now we are ready to test some use cases with actually Claude Code. And as you know, like to be able to use Claude Code, you have to download the Claude app in your device, in your PC or your laptop. It's also a very straightforward process. Once you have it downloaded, make sure you go to the Claude Code and then basically create a folder that you want to work with, and then so you can give access to Claude Cowork to work in this folder. For me, I created this folder for Markifact so we can actually test few use cases together. Okay, so let's start first by confirming, and let's start with voice. I'm not going to use text anymore. How many ad accounts do you have access to through Markifact MCP connector? And in case of you wonder, this is Whisper Flow. It's a very good app that usually you can use to record your voice to text, and it uses also some AI to learn with your accent over time, so you know what it means. First of all, it's connected, which is a good news, and the different connector to Meta Ads, Google Ads, and all of that. Okay, fine. Can you choose one of the brand just for the case of like having an experiment of what kind of report can you give it to me for last week to understand the performance of a brand of your choice, and tell me what are the important metrics that you're seeing, and maybe come with some insights. And here, like, look, I did not have this scripted like this part. I'm running it with you. I'm trying to be like doing things as I usually do if it's my own time, so we can actually see things and how we can go back and forth with the AI and what kind of conversation we can have. So yeah, for me, I always choose always allow. It's faster this way. But now, as you can see, it uses Markifact to try to find the information, and also for you also to know, I'm trying not to share client's name or client's data. And I made sure that this folder that we are working on has this as an instruction. So also one of the hacks that you can have is once you have a folder that you want to work with, the first thing that you should do is to create an instruction file, what you want it to do and what you don't want it to do. So for me, for this folder, what I wanted to do is basically to run a few experiments, and what I did not want to do is to share customer names or customer data, so we are not breaching any contracts for our agency. The operation is running right now, going through the accounts, getting the data from Markifact. And again, when it comes to the models, and I guess this is an important tip, through my experience, and I've been using Claude Code and Claude Cowork for the past couple of months, my personal experience that for marketing use cases, I don't see big difference between Sonnet and Opus. And I find Sonnet is actually better because it's faster. It's very rare to find a use case that I would need Opus for, but I use it sometimes. But for most cases, really stick with Sonnet. It will be good for your credit, for your Claude credit, and also it will be faster with the output. So it chooses one client random as instructed. It did not share the client name. Okay, the always on lead gen campaign spent this much money with 0 lead recorded. This is the biggest number on the account and it's burning budget with nothing to show for the result column. So as you can see, few insights about that. So I'm trying to think out here out loud. So let's ask it like, did you get the lead data from the ad account, or maybe you reviewed it somewhere on Google Analytics, for example? Because as you know, in Markifact, we have access to both the ad account and the Google Analytics. And basically, this is the beauty of using Claude Code with an MCP, that you can actually chat with your data, with your insight. It's not like one-way kind of communication that this is the output and you go think about it. You can actually think with the AI or with the machine together, so you can actually, and you will learn more through the process. You will learn more about the account, about the context, about like your thinking process will improve through the journey. Fine. So it seems that there is some issue here for this ad account. The problem is that I don't know really what is the ad account that it's checking. So I'm not sure what is the issue with that. But like you get the idea, you can see your weekly report and then you can see the delta and all of that. Now, another use case that I want to test it is actually, can you, for my Google Ads account for my business, Gambra Digital, can you create a search campaign to target a brand term, Gambra Digital? So when people are searching for our agency name, that they can see ads for our company. Can you make sure it is English and another campaign in Arabic, and with using all the best practices that you know about and we have shared it with you before? So here is another use case, which I believe is also very good, and especially after you document how you do things. You can actually use AI if you spend enough time documenting your ways of working, what to do and what not to do, and then you feed this into an AI in a systematic way. Basically, you can just create campaigns over your app, because now you can access Claude Cowork through Dispatch from your phone, or you can even through WhatsApp, so through some integration. So you can create it. But the most important thing is the know-how that you know, or your ways of working, to transfer this into documents, and you keep updating this with AI and you keep it fresh. Okay, it asked me about the budget. Let's start with 10, and yeah, let's make it for UAE. And make sure to create it as post, not as live. And also one final thing to end up while we are seeing all of this together, that the beauty of all of this, that it is secure. It will not get your account, whether it's your Meta account or maybe in the future it's Google Ads, it will not get it suspended because of the Chrome extension usage. Because now if you're using the Cowork without an MCP, the MCP has to open your Chrome and then it has to write JavaScripts to access things, and this usually flagged as suspicious behavior. And this what gets more than 150 ad accounts suspended last month alone from Meta. So this is pretty serious. So if you want to use like AI with your ad accounts, use it the right way, use it through an MCP, and please do. Now in 2026, we should all be testing with AI. How can we actually do things faster, better, and more accurate and much more efficient? It basically was asking about the campaign dimension or the campaign configuration that we have discussed and pushing it live. And the good thing is it found the Gambra Digital account, that's the one we're talking about. It found it with the right ID. So it's very efficient. And here we're talking about less than 5 minutes worth of work. And if you have your ways of working, like for example, if you're documenting your keyword research process, what to do and what not to do, all the strategies around keywords, around campaign setup, about how to do in a certain market, what kind of strategy you should have, what kind of placement you should exclude, all of those kind of things. If you have it in one place, so you can go super fast. And as you can see from your experience, this will be even faster than running this through the Google Ads editor. And maybe in the future, we can run more advanced use cases about how can we connect multiple data sources from Meta Ads, for example, and GA4, and try to fill in the gaps if there is any, and all of that. And also, there was also another advanced use case that you can do all of this through WhatsApp, through an advanced configuration with Markifact, that you can actually chat with WhatsApp or through a number in your WhatsApp and can actually do the same changes, more or less the same on your Markifact MCP. So it has been created. English and Arabic with the right naming convention. Amazing. So yeah, I guess now I never get worried that my account is going to get suspended. And honestly speaking, my Meta account got suspended multiple times before, but since I started this way or following this way, it never got suspended. Like it got suspended 3 times, and I tried multiple things, but it was always the Chrome extension. So guys, always be careful from the Chrome extension. Make sure if there is a Chrome extension that you are not using, just remove it. And because it's a big security risk. And you will never know what someone will push through your Chrome extension. So you now know how to connect Claude directly to your ad accounts. You have seen how to pull campaign data with 1 sentence instead of logging into 3 dashboards, and you understand why API access is safer right now than browser. 2 things to do after this video. Make sure to set up the connection. Links of Markifact and Claude are in the description. It takes 5 minutes to set it up, and it's completely free. You can try it. Number 2, run your first query or conversation with Claude Cowork about your data. Ask it to pull last week data, have a conversation with it, try to find out new insights. I've been running performance marketing for the past 15 years, and this has been the biggest workflow change that I've been through. Not because AI replaces you, but because AI replaces the friction between you and the data. So if you find this helpful, if you've been watching this video and you find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you set it up, and if you have any question, feel free to ask. I will answer all questions, and see you in the next one.